We've just been watching highlights from last night and heard from our next guest, Joyce Edwards, and her coach, Don Staley. It is big news around college basketball, topping 1,000 points as the number 3 ranked South Carolina team beat Mississippi State. Joyce, first of all, thank you for making time for us, and congratulations. I know you downplayed it, and you're a great team player, but it is quite an accomplishment.
Okay, thank you so much for having me.
And a belated happy birthday. I know you. Seems like you gave yourself a birthday present last night, but how would you describe?
So
I know I watched a video of you a minute ago, and you acted like you really did not want to talk about this accomplishment.
all right.
I mean, yeah,
So now Joyce
obviously
Edwards
it's a big
is
milestone.
on the
But at the end of
phone
the day, it
with
doesn't mean a whole
the
bunch.
the
Besides,
Paul
I know how much
Finebaum
fun
show
basketball.
on the phone.
Obviously, I'm honored to
Let's listen to
receive
what
it
you
at
have to
such a young
say.
age. But I mean, we have other games that we have to prepare for, and me reaching 1,000 points really doesn't meet any of our team's end goals. So,
When you get compared to Leah Boston and Asia Wilson, I mean, it would intimidate anyone. But what is that like? Because I mean, these are young women that you looked up to, obviously, and followed their footsteps, and now are being talked about in the same breath.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's an honor to be just put in the same conversation as them, especially, Asia Wilson. She, one of the best players to ever play basketball. Leah Boston is coming into her own. I mean, they're both great players who are doing great things in the WNBA. And I'm trying to be just like them, so just being in the same conversation obviously means I'm kind of going in the right direction.
Yeah, I mean, when you came out of high school, I mean, everybody in the country wanted you. You were the Gatorade Player of the Year, and you end up you're from Camden, so it made sense to stay in state or to go to LSU or go someplace. But talk a little bit about the draw to South Carolina, which is such a de facto great program in this league, and really one of the legendary programs of recent time.
Yeah, I mean, you listed all South Carolina. They produce pros, have an amazing coach. Zani, she's great. Like, she's been through it. She's won at all levels. So just, getting that direct wisdom from her is always good for anybody. And then also just playing with other talented players. There's not a lot of programs where you can go, where you can do that. And I feel like that's a lot of people's, biggest adjustment from college to WNBA. Like, I can go to any team and dominate and may drop 30 every game, but at the end of the day, I'm going to win a national championship. And I understand that takes other great players, and just playing with them is just amazing.
Joyce, we played a clip a minute ago of Coach Staley, and I mean, there's almost nothing left that can be said. She's won so many national championships, Olympic medals, all the things that help lead you there. But what is it like? I know it's cliche because a lot of young ladies have done it. But what is it like to be in her sphere of influence and have her as your coach? Because she is legendary.
She's definitely legendary. And it's an honor. Like, she has so many, just words of wisdom, so many ways to where she, understands a player's perspective. A lot of coaches can't necessarily say that. Everything she says, is just going to be just information that you have to absorb. She's such a great coach. And just playing for her, like you said, is just a great honor.
I know it's easy to go back and watch older players, and I know you have because we mentioned a couple of them whose jerseys are hanging in Colonial. But have you ever had an opportunity to go back and watch Coach Staley when she played and was competing for national championships?
I've actually seen a couple of highlights of her on my TikTok. They come up, and she was playing at Virginia, doing her, dominating. But yeah, I do watch some clips of her sometimes.
She was a mean shooter. Do you think you could handle her on the court?
I mean,
be careful. Be careful how you answer that question.
Yo, I'm like, yo.
I feel like I definitely could compete with her a little bit.
Hey, Joyce, I've seen both of you play. I think you'd be in good shape. Let's talk a little bit about what's ahead because, you're still in the SEC season, but it feels like the NCAA tournament when you have teams like Tennessee and LSU and Ole Miss coming up. Just describe every night. Doesn't matter really who you're playing, but these games in particular are going to be among the toughest that you'll face, at least in the regular season.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. The SEC is a conference of its own. I mean, every game is a hard game. You can't go into any game expecting just to win because everybody's beating everybody, especially right now in this conference. We have to just take it one game at a time. That's all our mentality is. We have Tennessee coming up, and then we have a couple of days off before LSU, and that's all really we're looking at. We gotta get through Tennessee first, and then just on to the next.
Finally, I do want to talk about. Kids. We all want to think about our parents, but I've read a number of things about that you said about mom and dad. And what does it mean to you when they are around you at your games, and how have they helped shape where you are currently today?
I mean, it's everything. My parents have done everything for me. There's no way I would be where I am without them. And I mean, I feel like a lot of people say that, but from training to coaching to just looking at film to taking me places to feeding me, everything that they did it in my best interest at heart. And they wasn't trying to live through me or anything like that. They literally just wanted to see me succeed. My dad had a huge role in training me, coaching me. He shaped my game literally. My mom is always constantly supporting me, being there for me, taking me places. Like, they're literally everything to me.
Joyce, before you go, I joked about your birthday the other day, last week. I know there's not a lot of time to celebrate during the season. We just showed a tweet of you on your birthday. What, if you can tell us, how does a star basketball player, one of the best players in the country, celebrate right in the middle of the season?
Well, luckily, of course, I'm home. And me and my mom actually share the same birthday. But every birthday, I just go out to eat with my family. My mom, my dad, my brother. Unfortunately, my other brother's in the Army, but we all just go out to eat. And that's really it. It's great.
That's fantastic. Joyce, thank you. Thanks for making time, and all the best the rest of the season, and congratulations again.
Of course, thank you so much.
And that was Joyce Edwards, who was on the phone and enjoying with us on the Paul Phone Bum Show.
A judge to rule in Tuscaloosa, if that story breaks.